Hello and welcome to Always Bored, Never Boring. It's time once again for some Moonstone madness. The awesome folk over at Goblin King Games have just bolstered the ranks of the Commonwealth with 3 new packs, and they have been good enough to send them all to me for review. There is the gloriously bizarre Matilda, a human mercenary bouncing into battle on the back of a giant jerboa, which is the most delightfully adorable thing I've seen since the last delightfully adorable thing Goblin King Games did. There is also the Faculty, a set of 3 gnomish professors who also align with the Commonwealth. These experts in zoology, engineering and the occult offer amazing synergies and that particular brand of gnomish silliness and ingenuity that we have seen in previous releases. Both of these box sets are currently available for pre-order and they go on regular retail release on the 17th of October 2025. But I have it on good authority that orders are being shipped as stock arrives, so you may get them sooner than that. The pre-order link is in the video description below. While I will be taking a closer look at both of these sets in the near future, today I want to talk about the third release, which is a timed limited edition created for that most spooktacular time of the year, Halloween. This is the adorable Count de Candies, which is available throughout October 2025. It comes in a blister pack which includes 2 unit cards, and that is because this special piece is an alternative sculpt for not one, but 2 other characters, namely the gnome Olim with his faithful dog Emlyn, and the sweetest lord in the English language, Viscount Default. So how does that work exactly? Well, the miniature represents Olim, the Norse gnome that I have featured on the channel previously. But because it's Halloween, he's dressed himself up like the Viscount, while Emlyn is just the cutest little unicorn. It's an absolutely delightful idea that once again demonstrates the inventiveness that runs through the Moonstone product range and makes it such a wonderful series of miniatures to collect, whether or not you even play the game. The terrifying Count de Candies comes on 2 frames. The first contains Emlyn, whose lower jaw is separate and holds a pumpkin candy bucket. The horn on my miniature did arrive with the top snapped off, but I have repaired it. I didn't reposition it exactly how it was originally, but I am happy with the result. The second frame is the Count himself. He is in 3 parts, the main body, the arms and the pumpkin bucket. It's a lovely crisp cast with very little resin feathering that is going to clean up very easily. A quick brush with soap and water and this little fella will be ready to paint. Speaking of which, let's get him assembled and painted right now. As always, I have gone for a simple paint scheme, focusing on being quick but clean to get a decent tabletop quality result. I used a combination of Army Painter, Citadel and P3 paints, but mainly P3, working from a base coat of spray-on Chaos Black, and I think this has turned out pretty good. The miniature itself is superb, full of character, and naturally it stands on a 40mm base, just like the original Olim and Viscount miniatures. I am a sucker for holiday themed special miniatures and already have my Psycho Pomp Christmas presents and Grimblesnacht, so I am very happy to have a Halloween piece to add to the festive fun. I think this is a lovely miniature that any Moonstone fan will enjoy, and collectors in particular will get a kick out of it. But the fact it also proxies for 2 different characters from 2 different factions gives it a lot of added value. With Shades being my second favourite faction after the Goblins, and the Gnomes becoming much more appealing to me with some of their newer releases, this diminutive Count is definitely going to see some table time, and I can imagine some fun Halloween themed scenarios where Olim is the focal point of the conflict. As part of a gnome troop, the Count de Candies has the keywords gnome, animal, Norse and noble. He is melee 3 with a 1-inch range and arcane 4 with an evade of 0. He has 8 wounds and generates 3 energy as standard. His war cry of Valhalla encourages Norse and young Jack allies within 6 inches to move an additional 2 inches when they jog, as long as the movement ends with them engaging an enemy, subject to the normal rules for the slow condition. Olim is also fortunate, which will surely aid him as he goes trick-or-treating. He's going to get Reese's Pieces from everyone. The fortunate ability costs 1 energy and is usable once per turn. It lets you look at the top 3 cards of the Arcane deck and put any number of them on top of the deck in any order while putting the rest at the bottom. This can really help to set up special abilities for success, including his Buttermilk Elixir, which costs 2 energy and targets a model within 6 inches. When played with a blue card, the target recovers X plus 1 wounds, where X is the value of the card. When played with a red card, a target Norse or gnome gains 1 energy. Watch out for catastrophes though, as they inflict 3 wounds on Olim. His signature move is on a low guard. It's called Fetch, which is every dog owner's second favourite game after Moonstone. It doesn't deal damage, but in the end step effect phase, a friendly gnome or young jack within 4 inches of the enemy gets to move 3 inches closer. If this results in an engagement, Olim can move 3 inches away. It's a really good way to get him out of trouble. Once Olim dons his disguise, he assumes the role of the Viscount default for any Dominion or Shades faction. He throws himself into the part completely, gaining all of the relevant abilities and stats. He has the keywords Risen, Animal and Noble. He is melee 3 with a 2-inch range and arcane 0 with +1 evade. He gets 11 wounds and can generate 3 energy as standard. I guess he has some dirty tricks stuffed up his sleeves or in his pumpkin bucket, because he now has a cavalry mace that does +1 impact damage, but slicing damage becomes null. He also has concealed armor that reduces piercing damage by 1. His erosion ability is a debuff affecting any enemies within 4 inches. They are at -1 melee when declaring a melee attack, or -2 melee when targeting the Count. Meanwhile, his intrusion ability lets him spend 1 energy once per turn to reroll the dice to determine who activates first in that round. Clearly, Olim's costume is very frightening because he also has the ability Fear, which costs 2 energy and affects a target within 4 inches. Once per turn, it can be used to cause a target character to lose 1 energy. A friendly character within 4 inches then gains that much energy. His signature move is on a thrust. It's called Impale and deals a whopping 4 damage when the opponent plays thrust. In the end step, the Count can immediately move 1 inches towards the enemy. And that is the Count de Candies, a lovely limited edition miniature, a really fun concept, and a versatile piece to add to your collection, whether you are collecting gnomes, shades, Commonwealth, Dominion, or simply looking for interesting pieces to paint or weave into custom scenarios. What else can I say? The Count de Candies is only available until the 31st of October 2025 and can be ordered direct from Goblin King Games. The link is in the video description. And that is it from me for now. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please consider pressing the like button. If you really like this video, please consider subscribing if you don't already do so. And hopefully, I will see you all again very soon. Bye bye everyone. Bye bye.